welcome, and I see a number of new faces in the church, and a special Céad Míle Fáilte to you, and I'm sure many of you are here to enjoy the incredible music that's been going on in Belfast all week, the Fleadh, Ceol and the Heron. And to some extent, our service this morning, we've decided to attempt to make our service operate in harmony with the Fleadh. So we'll be celebrating with music, words, poetry, and linking it into, particularly for the history of this church, with the Drummond family. Because if you have a look at the plaques on the back wall, when you're later on leaving the church, and you'll notice that there's a plaque to William Hamilton Drummond, who was here from 1800 to 1815. And then his grandson, equally, William Hamilton Drummond, who was here from 1900 to 1909. So we'll be saying a little bit about them and their connection with the church and their connection with music and poetry. William Hamilton Drummond, the elder, he ended up minister of Strand Street Unitarian Church in Dublin. And after the death of his first wife, Barbara Toone, he married Catherine Blakely of Dublin. And through the service I mentioned his two sons and his grandson. His son, Robert Blakely Drummond, and his other son, James, and his grandson, William Hamilton Drummond Jr. However, as always in this church, there will be lots of audience participation. We usually call that hymn singing. So you're welcome to join in as we sing our first hymn. And may I just mention, our first hymn is Be Thou My Vision. And Be Thou My Vision originated as an ancient Irish poem attributed to the 6th century poet and monk Dallan Fergoyle. And in Irish it was Rob to Mavuila. It was translated into English in 1905 by Mary Elizabeth Byrne, well-known Irish linguist, author and journalist. And the tune is slang, originates from an old secular ballad, With My Love on the Road, published in 1909 by Patrick W. Joyce. So, Be Thou My Vision.